Good morning, troglodytes. Let's see. This is V-10 SRT Viper. Woo, I like that. So what we're going to do here is that I'm going to be in and out of the black and white situation here because we have a race war going. And like I told y'all, if you went back and started from number one, you're going to see I'm in 70% of the population. Like I told you, I can speak for all of humanity since my blood running through 70% of the humans on the planet. So I speak for y'all. I got black in my family. Keep telling y'all, okay? Already. But that's me. This one's named after me and his mother, a combo. This one's named after me. This one I took care of most of her life. I was the only daddy she ever known. So, all three of these kids I took care of, that little girl's daddy called every year. He was in prison. Well, he didn't call. He told his sister to call every year for 7 years. I had the Department of Children and Families show up in my house. And as they wrote down, they would love to have every child in the house as nice as they were living in with all the clothing and all the food they had. Because they kept saying these children don't have no clothes and they're starving. No, these kids were very healthy. They came originally, the youngest girl, the girl there, she came in. She was probably about a year old, a little over a year old when I met her mother. Took them both in. They came with about a bag each of a kitchen bag, the little white ones. And that's all they had. And the little girl had about 9 or 10 really crappy toys. So we fixed that. As soon as they got here, she had about $1,000 in clothes and probably a good another $1,000 in toys and Barbies and crap. Then she had the other one that was named after me. And I kind of knew that one wasn't mine. I figured he might have came from her dad because right before he went to prison, that's when she started dating me. I guess she just latched on. Seen a business owner, and she was really cute. So from there, she had another kid, and I found out she was cheating on me there. But I took care of these kids like they were my own anyway. I still am. As I've shown you here, this is how I work. I don't want your money. I don't need your money. If you want to give money, you give it to these kids right here. Okay? Give it to the kids. Okay, that's what we do. So, if you need to consult with me, this is where you make an appointment. All right? That's what you do. He charges $300 to talk to him, and then you got to book time with me. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go into the end of the Democratic part here because it's where people are going to get confused because we got a black and white thing that mixes into shit here. Okay, so back in 1980, the Democrats started brainwashing the kids about K-12 through pre-K down. So pre-K to K-12, they were brainwashing y'all's children's, okay? That's 2 generations. That's 45 years, okay? Do you understand? 45 years the Democrats have been indoctrinating your kids. 2 generations. That's why they can't read and write and they're dumber than shit because this is what Democrats want you to do. They don't want you to be able to read or write because you wouldn't be able to read this and see how you're being conned. If you're stupid and you can't read, You just have to go by what they tell you, which most of you are just doing that shit anyway. You can read, but you don't want to. You want to listen to these idiots here. So that's where we're going now. So I'm going to show you where we have two idiots out here running their mouths on the internet. Okay? One's going to prison for life. Chud the Builder, he's a white piece of shit. He's a racist crap hole. Okay? He's crap. But we also have an African American guy that went crazy and was yelling cracker. Good cracker, dead cracker. Okay, well, you yelling crackers at white people, I just want to tell you, my brother, we don't give a shit. I like honky myself. I like the old version honky. Okay? But if you're going to do it, call me a honky cracker and combine the two. That'll put a smile on my face. It won't irritate me, but I'll love it because I'm feeling that old OG shit from the 60s and 70s when they called me a honky. So I like that. Because like I'm telling you, I grew up in the projects. When they came in and raided the projects, we were just as black as everybody else was when you're dirt poor in the 60s and 70s growing up in the projects. Let me tell you, okay? So we have Chuddo here, like I say. Got Chud, and that's white Chud, and then we got black Chud. So we can all go together now and agree upon we both got idiots on both sides. Well, I grew out of that shit in the 80s. As soon as the Aerosmith and Run DMC, as soon as we had a rock band do a music video and a song with a rap artist, Run DMC and Aerosmith, okay, that's when we were over that shit. But a lot of y'all ignos just can't live without the drama, and I don't want the drama. I don't need the drama. Y'all keep the drama. Like I'm telling you, I'm a human on this planet. I don't give a shit about politics. I don't give a shit about your gender. I don't give a shit about anything. I'm here to have fun. Let me have fun. Do your shit somewhere else, and don't try to shove it up my ass. Because believe me, this is my best quote. Don't feed me shit and call me chocolate ice and call it chocolate ice cream, okay? Because I know when you're feeding me shit, I can smell it before you get to me, so I'm damn sure not going to eat it, okay? Because if you tell me something, I need to research it first because I don't believe anything anybody fucking says on this planet. I'm here for me. Me. I'm not here for you or to make you happy, okay? I'm here to make me happy. I work my ass off to make me happy. If you don't want to work your ass off to make you happy, I don't know what to tell you. You need to go home and crawl up your mama's vagina back into the womb and beg her to leave you $1 trillion. Okay? But I doubt your mama did because she spits your dumb ass out. And so she's as stupid as you are. So here we go. These are the Democrats. You can go back to YouTube. And back when news actually was real, like ABC, NBC, and CBS, they were real. They did reporting. Beautiful work, man. They did some shit. They were really good. And then somewhere around the 90s, they started that weird shit. The Democrats climbed up their ass and started taking over right after Obama. Okay? This is your Democrats. Look, stand in the schoolhouse door. This is where your civil rights was. These were Democrats trying to keep black children from getting an education, okay? Like I say, this shit's free. This is why they don't want you to be able to read. This is why they want you to be dumber than dirt. And don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, okay? They'll tell you where your ass is, and it's not in your ass. They're gonna tell you it's in your mouth, and they're gonna feed you shit because you're just a walking hemorrhoid. So here, this is the Southern Democrats. Everything I say, you need to read it all, but I'm highlighting the shit you need to go over. These are bullet points. Wherever you see it yellow is a bullet point. So I need you to bullet point this shit. All right? So moving along, you see them Democrats. Right after they got through with the we can't really bond you, slave your ass anymore. And this is for the black community. Remember when I showed you earlier that they gave your money away by dangling the shit and throwing it in Mexico and hooking and pulling and using your reparation money to bring Mexicans here? Okay, and then put them up in New York, nice New York hotels, feed them and clean them. They don't have to clean. They only have to clean their rooms. And they get free food, free housing, and they can't speak English, but they're getting what you could never get. That's where your reparations went. I'm so sorry to tell you. Us taxpayers paid your reparations to the Democrats. They took it and bought Mexicans with it because they already bought your ass a long time ago. Okay? This is the Dixiecrats. These are the people that sick dogs on your ass in the 60s and 70s. These are the people that treated y'all like dirt shit. See that flag? Oh, shit, that's the one they want to get rid of. Because if you're dumb and can't read, you won't know that's theirs. And they're going around tearing down all their statues. They don't want you to see the statues of their Confederate bullshit. They want to erase your vision of it. But they think you're so stupid that you can't read, which they almost got you there. Within two generations, you can't read. One more generation, and they can just burn textbooks because y'all's dumbasses won't be able to read jack shit and understand anything. You'll be walking around, where's the food? Where's my grocery store, Mr. Ma'am Damage? Yeah, go on YouTube, type in 1970s supermarkets in Russia when it was communism. You got your pick from week old rotten meat. They said the stench was so bad that you didn't really want to eat the meat, but you had no choice because you're starving. And then people would tell you back then is if you're going down the street and you see a long line of people, you just jump the hell in it and spend the day in there because you didn't know what the hell it was. It might be toilet paper, but nobody told you. And then they run out of toilet paper and you got nothing to wipe your ass with. So that's communism. Go back and watch that shit too. Like I said, Dixiecrats. I highlight bullets. Okay? You got to keep moving. We can't have these forever. Like I say, you got a lot of homework. It's up to you to read. I can't give you intelligence. Like I'm telling you, what you put into it is what you get out of it. And that's why I say, well, I'm going to teach you all that business. So this is with your main guy here. This with Bull Connor. He'd light your asses up with some fire hoses that peel your fucking skin off. Yeah. Fire hoses. He controlled the fire department. It was ripping their clothes off. It was ripping their skin off. And then when you tried to run out of it, they put these big-ass German Shepherds to eat these arms and shit up. Just jack y'all to hell. Okay? Like I say, y'all got to read for yourself. This is free. It's an encyclopedia on the internet. I had to walk 7 miles with a fucking library card to learn this shit. It's online. I have to eat a shitload of paper. It pisses me off. I got to use so much paper and all this damn ink because y'all can't read. So I'm giving you visual cues. So if you are able to read, your ass should go read this, okay? This is what happened to you black people. This is a real disease. They try to say it's not, but this is a real mental issue here. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. I believe it's real because I look at you ignorance and I can see it. You Democrats, that's what you got. Okay, your captors that slaved you are now running the shit out of you. You got to remember that. So now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do this right here because I always lead with the white people because I don't want the black people getting pissed off. Y'all the black people. Oh no, we don't. We ain't going that way. So I start everything off with the white people. So what we got here is we got FBI Bureau of Justice statistics. There's 2,000 to 2,600 white-on-white killings. Okay, this is dumbass white people killing even other dumbass white people, which is fine with me because that's less of you here that are stupid that I don't have to deal with and listen to talking to me. Okay, so what we got here is that usually around total murders, 15 to 20,000 annually. White victims account for about 6,000 to 8,000 of these homicide victims each year. Offender dynamics in the single victim, single offender cases where the race of both parties is known, which is white on white, cracker on cracker, honky on honky. Approximately 80 to 85% of the victims are largely killed by white offenders, okay? It's a Google search. Google. Across the top, white people. Okay? White people. I'm showing you the ignorance of white people. They killing each other. All right. The next one here is black on black. In the United States, they're historically 2,500 to 3,000. All right. So we're pretty damn close to each other. Y'all a little over. We at 2,000, y'all are at 2,500. We at 2,600, y'all at 3,000. Okay, incidents of black on black homicide each year. The statistics represent cases where the victim and the offender are both black, reflecting the sociological reality that the vast majority of homicides in America are interracial. Okay, while the total number of homicides fluctuate, the proportion remains relatively steady. Okay, on an even kill. The numbers, the FBI most expanded homicide data shows that the total murders where the race of the offender and the victim is known, black on black, is roughly 88 to 90% of black victims are killed by black offenders. Okay, we'll put it next to the white people here. 80 to 85%. Well, y'all are 3 over and 5 over. All right, we're about even the kill on that, all right? Broader trends, okay. Recent Bureau of Justice statistics reports that note that black Americans face the highest rate of homicide victimization in the country, with firearms used in nearly 90% of these incidents. So 90% of your deaths are by guns, okay? That's not good. At least white people, we stabbing each other, we choking each other to death. We're not killing each other with guns. Y'all seem to be a little on the high end. I don't have that, but I can pull that up. I don't see it on the white thing here. I'm just showing y'all it's on the black thing. It's right here. I can't help that. This is Google. Same type in. Black on black instead of white on white. All right? This is chocolate on chocolate, not cracker on cracker. So right here, it's got a little extra. I'll show you. We don't have it. I got pulled up the same search, and for some reason it's missing. So I don't have that statistic. Not my fault. Chew Google's ass. I'm doing the best I can for free. It ain't costing you a dime for your tuition here. This shit's free. It's costing me to be unhappy having to deal with y'all, but I'm getting a little kick out of it because I get to laugh at y'all's asses. Because I sit here and look at this shit, and y'all do have the ability to find it yourselves, but you choose to do this shit like my ignorant. I got a brother He's super ignorant. He's white and dumb as shit. Everything he finds is an immediate, all that. Yeah, that's not true. It's biased, and you're an idiot. Spend some time, sit down, and spend a couple hours researching shit. My brother wants to find it in 30 seconds. That's how y'all live right now, in the seconds. I want to go back to the 70s when we didn't have cell phones, when kids went outside and played. My parents never seen us. At dawn, we'd get up and go out. Our parents would tell us at dawn, they'd throw breakfast on the table. We'd fight for that shit. That was PTSD every morning, fighting for breakfast. I'm 8 of 9. So me and my brother were the skinniest. I'll show you some pictures later. We're going to go into that. But you're going to get to see pictures of me. I was skinny as shit. Me and my brother, we didn't get to eat much. PTSD, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I mean, it was just horrifying. But when we were kids, our parents would feed us breakfast and then tell us to leave the house and come home by dark. Okay, we had television channels that came on at 10 o'clock at night would ask people, do you know where your children are? Before you went to bed, do you go check on your kids and see if they came home? They might have not came home today. You might not know for a week or two. I grew up in the era where I never seen my parents and I had to dress myself, go to school, and then come back home, cook my dinner. Y'all are lucky. We didn't have DoorDash and shit. You had to actually make shit. There was no ripping packages open to shit. y'all got it so damn lucky. Like I said, I wish you go back to the 70s. You people would freak the hell out if you couldn't use a phone like this with a cord on it. Y'all would crap. Okay, so here we got another breakdown. This is a demographic breakdown right here. This is a Federal Bureau of Investigations, Bureau of Justice Statistics, track homicide data showing that the most violent is interracial. Okay, but we're not here. This is not an this is a statistic. Annually, there are roughly 3,000 to 3,500 single offender homicides for both the white victim and the white offenders are identified. We're on white and white. Remember, I go white first. Okay, so we have annually 3,000 to 3,500 white on white offenders are identified. It breaks down to homicide trends, gender. The overwhelming majority of both victim and offenders are male. Okay, mostly male on male. Nationally, about 87 to 89% of all those homicides, offenders identified in the single offender cases are male. White male victims are also significantly outnumber white female victims. Means we don't kill a lot of women. Mostly the women kill the other woman because she's screwing her man. That's how that works. You know how the black community is. You black girls will kill that boy that's impregnating the other one around the corner. You know that shit. Age, the highest concentration of victims and perpetrators falls within the young adult demographic. The peak age range for both offending and victimizing is about 18 to 34 years old, okay? Incidents involving children or seniors make up a much smaller fraction of the yearly total, which means we don't have a lot of pervs killing kids, okay? Reporting limitations. Not all law enforcement agencies voluntarily submit detailed demographic to the FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting Program, making national total assessments rather than obsolete. Missing offender data. The relationship and race of the offender are frequently unknown or unclassified in unresolved cases. That means cases that never got solved. They found a white dead person or a black dead person. They don't know if the killer was white, black, Mexican, Asian. They don't know. That's unsolved. That's to help y'all super ignorant out. And then, or the incidents without an arrest. So that's shit that's thrown up in the air. That's the white people. See, I'm going to throw it up here. Look. White people. White. So y'all can't say I'm just doing black people. Do the white people first. Show you. All right. So this is where we start seeing the disparities. Okay. Now we're on the black on black. Approximately 8,000 to 11 black individuals are murdered annually in the U.S. Holy shit. Okay. Because remember, I showed you, if you look back, white people had 3,000 to 3,500. Y'all had 8,000 to 11,000. That's a lot. Holy shit. That's 4 times. That's insane. I don't know why y'all are killing each other off like that. It's sad. I don't like seeing it. I'm a human and I like humans and I want you to live. So please quit killing each other. But like I say, we got that. Damn, that's a high one. Okay. Says the Bureau of Justice Statistics and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention track homicide demographics rather than victim offender race combinations exclusively. Federal crime data indicates that 85 to 90% of black homicide victims are killed by black offenders. Gender breakdown, okay? We had that over here. We were 87 to 89 on the white side. It says the males account for roughly 78 to 85% of black homicide victims. The homicide rate for black males is disproportionately higher than any other demographic group. Excuse me, I'm really tired. I've been up all night trying to break this down for y'all. Okay, females account for roughly 15 to 22% of all black homicide victims. Black women face the highest rate of homicide among all female racial groups in the U.S. That's not good, okay? That means y'all killing y'all women, or your women's killing the other women. Like I say, it's sad. I don't want to see it. So I'm trying to show y'all that your own people are killing your own people. We're not doing anything to hurt you. You're killing your own race. You're putting yourself out of existence. You're getting ready to be like dinosaurs. You're going to kill yourselves off. It's just sad. So, the breakdown here in age. National homicide data indicates the following distribution across age groups for black victims. Ages 18 to 34. This is the most heavily impacted age range, making up well over 45% to 50% of all black victims. You're killing the young people off. The ones that are supposed to produce more humans to keep your race going. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to put yourself out of existence. It's sad. I don't want to see it. I'd like for a lot of black people to be around here. I like black women. You got some beautiful black women, and they like me, and let's keep that going. All right? Age 35 to 64 account for roughly 35 to 40% of the victims. Sad. Here's the even sadder one, because we didn't have this in the white side. I'll have to check and see if I can find it, because I like to be pretty detailed on this shit. So age 17 and under accounts for roughly 9 to 12% of the victims. The teens. It's insane, man. I mean, you parents need to get a grip and teach your kids to not kill people. You're extincting your own race. You just don't see it, and it's sad. It's very sad. Okay, age 65 and older accounts for the smallest segment, typically around 2 to 5% of the victims. At least you ain't killing moms and pops. Grams, you're not killing grams. Okay, I mean, here I'll show you the data. You can read it for yourself. Like I say, this is Google. Google search is what's going to tell you. I can't help what Google says. They're really biased, so I'm sure it's higher than this. because Google is biased. Okay? So y'all read that there. Like I say, I'll do this one again. Look, it's the white people. Okay. So, you say you want to move back to Africa. I suggest you don't want to do that because you see what the numbers were here. Okay? That's in this country. Y'all are just killing 8,000 to 15,000. Remember? Really high numbers. And this is where white people are at. Okay? You think going over there and being black in Africa is going to keep you from dying and being hated. Believe me, the people that live in Africa don't like American blacks. I'm going to tell you that right now off the bat. If you want to, I'm going to tell you, they do not like you. They will kill you. They will take all your money. Did you know when you go over there to live, they charge you 3 times the amount? Maybe 5 times the amount more than the people that actually live around there because they think you're fucking rich and you're stupid. So right here in Africa, approximately 176,000 people are murdered annually in Africa. They're 95% of the population is black. They're killing 176,000. Y'all were doing 15,000 here. So do the math. They killing like you would not believe over there. So most likely you're going to be in this 176,000. Okay, the figure is an estimate from the latest UNODC global study of homicide, which recorded the highest continental total for international homicides, accounting for total international, this is worldwide, accounting for roughly 37% of global murders. On the whole fucking planet, Africa has 37% of the murders globally. And you think it's bad here. We're about 20%, maybe 25% globally, okay? 37. That's a lot, okay? Continental rate. The average homicide rate in sub-Saharan Africa hovers around 13 to 14 intentional homicides per 1,000 people. That's not good. National hotspots. The rate varies significantly by region and country. For example, South Africa consistently reports a high volume of murders, frequently exceeding 25,000 per year. That's 3 times. A little over 3 times what y'all doing here. All right, to double. All right, so what we got here with a homicide rate nearing 40 per 100,000. Damn, that's not good. Other countries like Nigeria and Central African Republic also report higher per capita rates. Factors and trends. Violence is frequently driven by gang-active socioeconomic conditions. Gangs are roaming that want your fucking money and will kill your American black ass because you stupid to move over there. So I advise you not to, but if you go, good luck, my brother. There are localized armed conflicts and the proliferation of illicit firearms. So they have better weapons that are all automatics than we have here. And they're roaming around on Jeeps and shit with 20 or 30. They got the 8 and 9-year-olds with AK-47s over there. Remember that? They got the child armies. They got 7 to 15-year-olds with AKs that'll blow your damn legs off. Okay? Official statistics can vary due to data reporting limitations across some regions, and many deaths in conflict zones are categorized separately from standard criminal homicides. If you're looking for specific country level rates or regional safety trends in Africa, Let AI know here. Exceeds 150,000 here at the bottom. Google. This is what it tells you. So if you want to go to Africa, I advise against it, because I like you American blacks, and I just wish the dumb ones would get smarter. A lot of you got smart already, but like I said, I can speak for Black America because I got kids. My 50%, and you've seen in the paper, I give 50% to the kids and autistics. The 50% I get, 20% will be going to them in a trust fund for them children. So I'm taking care of them children. They not white. Believe me, they African. They not even mine. 2 of them are named after me, not by blood, but by their ignorant mother, who tried to scam me by naming them after me. That was her scam. She tried. Her father was a preacher, and he was pissed off when he found out when we did. Her dad helped me do the blood tests on these kids, and he was very pissed off because I was the best thing that ever happened to this idiot, and he knew it. And he's a preacher, and he was very upset. He and like I said, he wished the kids would have stayed with me, and them kids would have loved to live with me other than their mother, believe me. Whenever they came to see me, I had to actually get them doing something else in another room, and then I had to run out the door without saying goodbye, because once they got a hold of me, when I brought them back, they would not let go. They clung on me, and you couldn't get them off of me. You couldn't peel them off of me. So I'll see you next video. I'm going to show you in V-11 what the unions are doing. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And I will see you troglodytes next video.